Hello, it's me, Gilly. A woman in South Africa had 10 babies this week. 10. And I have so many questions, some of which I don't think I want answers to. I just can't understand it. Can you comprehend it? I mean, I have friends who, you have a friend is pregnant, and they start to struggle halfway through the pregnancy because it's like heavy and intense and like hard on the body. So how does that even happen? And this woman said that she, at some point she had pain in her legs, but then they discovered it's because 2 of the babies were in the wrong tube. I don't even know what that means. And then afterwards it was hard, but it was fine. She had heartburn and struggled to sleep at night, like all the other pregnant people. I just don't understand. My brain cannot comprehend. My mind can comprehend up until 3. And then after that, I'm done. My imagination can't even stretch beyond triplets. I don't know how a womb does it. They keep talking about how excited the couple are excited and it's a miracle and the children are blessings. I mean, the dad who's unemployed said that he's so looking forward to being with his blessings. And I just thought, I know people who have, like rich people who have 1 child and are scared to have a second because they're worried that they won't be able to cope financially. I suppose it's a matter of perspective. And there's no way you can tell those babies apart. I'm sorry, you cannot tell those babies apart. 10, no, forget it. I heard a story on a podcast, which is where I get all my information, about a woman. She told the story of how she had twins. This was in the 50s or 60s, and they had cloth diapers. And so the only way they were identical twins, and the only way she could tell them apart was she used to use different color pins for the one boy and different color pins for the other boy on the nappies, and that's how she could tell them apart. And then one day, when they were around a year or something, or maybe less, she took them to the doctor, and then the doctor, they went into the other room to weigh them. The nurse weighed them, but took off their nappies and then put them back on and then mixed up all the pins. And from that day, she could never tell which baby was which, ever, until they were like full-grown adults, and she told them, and they decided to do a test of some kind. And they didn't know which was which. So there's no way you can tell 10 babies apart, even if they're not identical. My mother even struggles with our names before she, there's 3 of us, and we're not even triplets, and we're not even the same gender. She has to go through a few names before she hits the right one sometimes. You have to wait. You can't tell those babies apart. You have to wait until they start forming their own personalities. You have to wait long. You have to wait until, I reckon, like they're in their 20s before you can start telling them apart. You'd be like, oh, no, that's the lawyer, that's the dentist, that's the comedian, that's the loser, that's the free spirit, And they're not all boys, in case that's what you were imagining when I said that. So I think it's 7 boys and 3 girls, or 6 boys and 3 girls. Where do you even put them? Where do you put them? And I imagine that you can't do anything. You have to quit whatever. There's no maternity leave. Your maternity leave is for life. You can't even do anything else other than be with those kids. You have to, you start your day, and your day never ends. You start your day and it's just feed, bathe, clothe, and then you start again at 1. Feed, bathe, clothe, times 10, and then you start again at 1. How is this possible, guys? It wasn't even through in vitro. It was natural. That's not going to work. It's just not going to work. How do you go anywhere or do anything, ever? Somebody needs to make a movie about this. But not me. One of you. See you tomorrow.